So we left off with setting up our cosine theta formula. Okay, we got our dot product on top, we got our magnitudes on the bottom. Let's find that angle. Make sure you're in degrees. So negative 10 divided by square root 14 times 11. So I'm going to combine those two guys together because they're both under square roots. So 143.7 degrees. All right, our formula, again, we need magnitude U, magnitude V, sine of theta. We got all of that now. So we're going to use this guy right here, and let's see what happens. We already got the magnitudes, that was easy enough. Square root of 14, square root of 11, sine of 143. So area of that parallelogram should be 7.35. We'll go units squared because we don't know what those vectors are measuring. Okay, so that was doing that first formula there. So magnitudes times the sine. We also know that we could do this side of it. We could do the magnitude of the cross product squared. Okay, so I'm going to start a new slide. I'm going to grab these. We're going to find the cross product. We're going to take the magnitude of that, and hopefully we get the same thing. Okay, there's our two vectors. Let's set up our cross product. So we're going to cross out the eyes here. So I'm just going to kind of cover them up. I know you guys can't see that, but there's what we get for eyes. The second one goes minus, so we got to cover up the J's now. The last one goes plus. We got to cover up the K's. All right, I'm going to pause it here and find our discriminants. It'd be a good idea for you guys to do it, see if you get the same thing as me. So here's what I've gotten so far, doing the discriminants, being careful to show all the signs, watching out what's positive, what's negative. Let's finish this cross product guy up by simplifying it. Negative I, this is going to change to a plus 2 plus 7k. So that's U cross V. We know if we do the magnitude of that, we should be able to get our area of our parallelogram. So that's 1 plus 4 plus 49 square root of 54. So hopefully this works. It sounds about right. There we go, 7.35. And we'll call that unit squared. So I just wanted to show you guys how you can find area of parallelogram using both formulas there, and they both work. It's a good way to do both of them if you have time to check and make sure you got it right, because it's real easy to mess something up with the sign in here. But again, if you show all the work, then that's worth a whole lot of partial credit in there. Now, last thing I want to show you guys here is an example they did in the book. Now, you're going to be given a couple problems. One in your problem set, some in your homework that are going to look like this. They're going to give you the vertices. Vertice 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Now, if you think about a parallelogram, you know there's 4 sides. Well, adjacent sides are something like this and this, but you don't want to be getting diagonals in there. So kind of a little trick you can do is just always go P1 to P2 and then go P1 to P3. Okay? For whatever reason, they're usually going to label them something like this. Okay, so let's say that's your parallelogram. They're going to call this 1, this 2, and this 3. So, clearly there's an adjacent side, there's an adjacent side. You don't want to be getting a diagonal because that doesn't work. So if you go P1 to P2, P1 to P3, that should work for you. Okay, so we simply find the distance between those guys. Okay, and this is with the 0, 0, so it actually makes it nice. So you're just taking those vectors there. Okay, and I think this is the exact kind of same one we did here. So, but I just wanted to show you how you can work with these 4 points. So once you have the vectors, they did the cross product, they got 54 and they square rooted it. Okay, we could go do it the other way as well using this piece of the formula. So it's really up to you. Okay, I don't want you guys to do these problems here, but this is going to be part of our assignment. I'd like you to at least copy these hints down so you can start thinking about them when we practice them in class. So for number 43, here's your hint. 47, here's your hint. 51 and 53. Okay, so I'll give you guys the problems tomorrow, but get these at least copied down so you got some hints to get started in class if I can't get to your question right away. All right, and that completes chapter 8 finally, and bring some questions.